Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. We are going to be making a couple of cards today, and we are going to be using the Gel Press Petites gel printing plates. So I have three, like the butterfly looking wings. I have this leaf petal, and then I have the diamond. We are going to be doing a series of 3 different videos using each one of these in a different video. Today, we're going to be using the diamond. And I'm going to be showing you different ways to use them too. So let's get this open. So this is gel printing plates by Gel Press. And I love these. They are so easy to use. And I got them from Gel Press directly. Actually, I got them a while ago from Gel Press. I've used some of them because it came with, multi ones in the package. So we have, for supplies here, we have the diamond shaped one. And then my inks are Elements by Lavinia Stamps Pine, Mulberry, and Mermaid. We'll start with Mermaid. Go figure. And then I have Distress Spritz. I have Mowed Lawn, Cracked Pistachio, and Peeled Paint. So let's see. We're starting with this one. We'll do this one. So we'll do Cracked Pistachio with Mermaid. Now, the other thing that I have here are some brayer tools. And I have a couple of these. Let's use this one today. They're basically the same thing. I'm pretty sure I got these on Amazon quite a while ago, and it came with multiple sizes. This is one of the smaller ones. I think there might even be a smaller one. Not sure. Don't quote me on it. Now, in this case, because I'm going to be making some greeting cards, I find it easier to take this off of these protective plastic things. Do not get rid of these. I keep these, and I repackage it, so to speak, back in those. And I am putting this on an acrylic block for stamping. So essentially, I am creating my own rubber stamp. I have 2 cards here. I already have everything pre-cut and ready to roll. I have some white cardstock. I have some black cardstock, like I always do, for layering. And we are going to be stamping on a piece of vintage book page. So eventually it's going to be sandwiched like that. And I have 2 of these sets. So let's move everything else out of the way except for my vintage book page. Actually, let me put that right over there. Now, this is a dye-based ink for blending and distressing. Just so you know. You can also use the Catherine Poolers. You can also use the, what the heck is it called? The VersaFine Clairs work very well with this technique that I'm going to be doing. Just so you know, those are sort of my 3 favorite ink pad brands to do this. Now, I am just gently, I'm not pushing, I'm not pressing hard. I'm gently rolling the brayer. And you can see it's pretty consistently inked up there on the ink pad. And I'm just trying to get no lines on it. So we have that. And now we're going to start here at the top, and we're going to just do some rolls. So I did 2 passes. You can see it's beaded up a little bit. That is okay. Let's do a couple more rolls. still beaded, but that's okay. Next thing we're going to do, actually, let's move this out of the way. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to shake the Distress Spritz. I am shaking in a circle to get the little ball that's the mixing ball that's in the bottom. And then I do like a regular shake with this. And I'm just going to give it, I'm going to use my hand to protect everything else. There we go. That's even more than what I wanted. Much, 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 much more than what I wanted. Okay, let me grab my paper. That's all wet down there. So we are going to essentially stamp this in the middle. Now, it's oozing out the side because there was a lot sprayed onto that. And I leave it there for a second. Yeah, there's a ton on that. And let's come and do that to the sides. That is a ton on that one. Yeah, that was way, 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 way too much. You can stamp it 3 times if you wanted. I just used what was sort of left there. That still works for me. And you can see it's gotten everywhere. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to put this right over here, and I am going to have that dry a second. And you know, eventually I cut this blotter paper up, and I'm going to eventually use that for something. There's still a ton of ink on this. I don't need to re-ink it. See? You can see that. Let's take the other one without the spritz. Here we go. This one doesn't have the spritz on it. Oops. Still a lot of ink, as you can see on that brayer. There we go. It's a little crooked. That's okay. Now, if I wanted, I could take another color. I'm not even cleaning this off because it's okay if it blends. Let's take another color. And I used a different brayer. This is the pine. I moved it up a smidge so I could have a little bit of a white border. And I'm creating sort of like an argyle pattern. Now, I'm going to try and get a whole bunch of videos done today because my lovely cherub of a son is sick. He has the plague, I swear. He comes home with the plague all the time. There. How cool is that? Isn't that neat? So I think I'm coming down with the plague as well. I feel it like in my throat. I feel it. So these are just scrap pieces. And typically I like to color scrap pieces this way. So I'm cleaning off my brayer and I'm coloring some scrap pieces. No sense having all that ink. Look at all the ink that's on there. And I only did really a few passes. And I'm just picking up stuff on my desk. See? I mean, if I wanted to come back, there's still a little bit here. And we might as well clean this off over here. Make sure it's all up. See, it stays on there for quite a few passes. I have that for some other project. Even if all I did was take my circle paper cutter, because I'm obsessed with circle paper cutters. Even if all I did was take my circle paper cutter and just punch out a whole bunch of circles, those would be pretty cool circles. So think of ways that you're not sort of wasting it. Okay, now I want to clean this off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this off. You can wash this, and I'm going to do that probably later off camera. I'm going to wipe all of this up. And then I'm going to get another scrap paper. And I'm just going to clean that off. See, like there's a ton of ink that stays on these. Just scrap paper. There. It's fairly clean. I mean, it has a little hair on it right now. But you can just rinse it and it will still be sticky. Just scrap paper I have at my desk. Turning it into something else later. Okay, so we have this one. And this one I think is still wet. Oh yeah, still wet. Has an amazing glittery sparkle to it though. It's really pretty. I'm still going to let this one dry. We are going to continue with this one. And what I want to do is I want to grab my ground espresso ink and my sponge. I'm not going to round the corners on this. This is thin paper, and I have found if I try and round the corners with thin book page, it doesn't work well unless I have multiples, and I don't have multiples right now. Just gonna come along, and I'm going to edge this. This is a way to make great backgrounds. You can do this directly on your journal pages. In this case, I'm making greeting cards. But think of this for your journals. Think of this for all the different things you decorate in your journal, all the different tchotchkes that you do. And so I wanted to use some of my die cuts, and let's use some of these bigger ones. That looks pretty. Let's see what else we have. But in this case, this is a great opportunity to use some of the bigger ones. That looks pretty. Ooh, these are nice too. Let's see what we have. I think we're going to use this one on the other one. I think we're just going to use that one on this because I'm going to add some words to this as well. Let's come around and define the edges here with some of the brown ink. So I'm trying to get some videos made before I lose my voice, because every time I get sick, I lose my voice. Ugh. Just kind of wiping some of the excess off. There. And now I want to grab my book of sayings. Let's see, I have a whole bunch of different ones here. Let's grab this one. See if we can do it without knocking everything over. Almost. Okay, so let's do some quotes. Let's glue this down first. Actually, let's glue the whole thing together first. Let's do that. I'm going to put my little sprays away. I have more sprays I haven't put, I have more sprays I haven't put in the tin. I bought the actual tin for these. I like the tins. I have to say I'm a sucker for the tins. And where did I put those other pieces? Here's one. So I cut these very specific. Let me just make sure. Oh, I have ink all over me. That got all over this, but that's okay. We can fix anything and everything. Okay, I think that goes with that. This goes with this. I'm going to move these temporarily. This one's going on the other one. This we don't need here. All right, let's get all of this glued. And then I will come on and put the my word stickers. And you know what? I think we're going to do some flatback gems as well. You know, using book page is a really inexpensive way of adding a little bit more visual interest to anything that you do. You know, even though we're creating greeting cards, it still looks really pretty on the front of a greeting card. And of course, I always pop everything with a little bit of black cardstock. There. And then let's lay this over here. And these are Tim Holtz ones, if I didn't say that. Actually, it's okay if I hang it off the edge here a little bit. Just adds a little bit more visual interest there. Don't think you have to have everything within this little box. Okay, and let's decide what we want. I think I want some of the black backed ones, but I think I want something a little bit of a longer one. The greatest pleasures in life is doing what people say you cannot do. Okay, I like that one. Life is too short to live with regrets. Okay, I like that one too. Be The reason someone believes in the goodness of people. That's lacking. That needs to be more prevalent. Now, I don't care what brand or company stickers I'm using. I glue them all down because they don't last very long. And I make them crooked because it's easier than making them straight. If they're crooked for a reason. If it's straight and it's crooked, then it's off. So if you just go for crooked, you're good. I'm going to trim this right here. I probably should have trimmed it on that one too. I didn't notice it. Just a little bit extra there that I didn't really want. This is such a simple and easy card. Be the reason someone believes in the goodness of people. And let's get out our flat back gems. I have my bag of goodies that was given to me by my friend and his mom who do the diamond painting, and they collect all their extras. That's how much diamond painting the two of them do. And once a year they come out to visit, and they bring that and they give it to me. And it makes me so happy. And they're happy that I use it. So I have my gem picker. It's something that they wouldn't utilize. I may have too many in here. All right, so I like some of these greens. There's a few of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go right there with 5. Okay. And we'll just do a whole bunch of the green ones. Yeah, I have too many in this little dish, so they didn't flip over right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always do an odd number. So there, you can see them there. So it just adds a little bit of something. If I wanted to come back in with that glitter spray stuff, I could have just splattered that. But do you see what an easy, simple card this is? I'm recycling the book page. I'm recycling the flat back gems. And I'm creating what I hope is a really simple but easy card. Now, the thing that I like about doing some of these more simple cards is you know it's going to fit through the mail because it's not hugely dimensional. Here in the United States, if it fits through a certain, they have like a template, and if it, like a stencil, and if it fits through that stencil thickness-wise, or if it's not super heavy, you can mail it with regular postage. So this will be able to go through the mail with regular postage. I try and keep that in mind, actually, when I'm building my cards. You know, things are expensive enough as they are. We certainly can't afford to pay crazy fees to mail a little bit of something happiness to somebody. So here's this one. I'm not sure this one's even dry yet over here. Let's give this a shot. Oh, that came out really pretty. Oh, yeah, you can see it. You can see all the glitter on that. It's pretty dry. All right, where's my, oh, here it is. Just do a little bit of a border around this. I normally don't do this delicate of a inked border. Normally I like to see the ink. This is quite delicate for me, which is unusual for me. So have you played around with the Gel Press plates? Because I love them. I love the great big giant ones as well. And you can do ink and paint, and acrylic paint, and watercolor paint. You can do so many different mediums on them. It's really fun to be creative with them. And this is a Tim Holtz one as well. Let's see. Yeah, let's put it right there. Where's my dimensional tape? I just bought a dimensional tape. And I just put it somewhere. You know I'm going to find it, like, as soon as I'm done the video, don't you? Let's see, it's not over here. Oh, that's not it. Ugh. I just bought a new one. Yeah. I'll find it like in an hour from now. That's all right. I'm just taking one more quick look around because I really prefer dimensional tape. You know what? We've made dimensional tapes before. Well, it's not really tape, but you know what I mean. We're just going to take some pieces of scrap paper and we're going to glue them together and we're going to make some dimension because I think this would be so much prettier with some dimension to it. So all I'm doing is I'm taking some scrap paper and I'm gluing them together. It doesn't really matter how pretty it is. I'm going for thickness and dimension. So that's a 3. Let me make a couple 3s, meaning 3 paper thick. And then if I need to glue 2 3s together and create a 6, I can do that. But I have found that sometimes I lose track of my numbers when I'm creating these. And when I have a larger piece that I do want to use in multiple places on the die cut, I have to pay attention to what my numbers are. So my son's been laying low in bed. You know, he works with the public and he's on chemo. So I know it's kind of a recipe for disaster for him. And he refuses to wear a mask. I wear a mask everywhere, but he's home. We live together. I have a compromised immune. Not same way he does, but every time he gets it, I get it. And the poor thing, he sounds miserable. And he had to call out of work. They don't know he's on chemo. Under ADA, which is Americans with Disabilities Act, he doesn't have to reveal what his medical is. He doesn't want to be discriminated against, and I fully understand that. But I also think there's a level that they need to understand his reality. And that is not up to me. That is up to him. So I am staying out of it. But I'm still sick too. I mean, I want him to work and be happy and have a great job if he's able to. Some days I question his ability to be able to do it. Not that he physically can't. Physically, mentally, emotionally, he's a smart cookie. But his body doesn't always cooperate with him. Not his fault. Okay, these are a whole bunch of 3s. And we're going to cut all of them in half and turn them into 6s. Because I want more dimension than that. I offered to make my son a chicken soup today. I have some chicken in the house. I said, would you like a chicken soup? No, I don't think so. And I just got these new rolls, brand new rolls, gluten-free rolls for us. We've never tried these before. They're hamburger rolls. And I made chicken parmesan, gluten-free, dairy-free, last night. And I purposely made extra so we could have chicken parm sandwiches today. Oh, they were so yummy. I said, can you taste it? He's like, yeah, I can mostly taste it. I said, okay, good. Because they were really good. If I do say so myself. Completely bragging. Yeah, for such a simple card, I'm taking a long time on these little fiddly bits, aren't I? The rest of the card was easy. If you have your dimensional squares or your dimensional tape, this will go a gazillion times quicker for you. But if you don't have it, this is how you make it. Oops. So, anyways. Me complaining. I just hope he's feeling better. Like today. He missed going to work. He missed getting together with his dad. I don't know. I don't like him missing out on things, obviously. If that's going to hang over, I'll give it a trim. So that's life. That's what's going on here. And let's just squish these down a little bit more. See where I need to trim. Actually, I'm okay with that. Now, only put glue on these little dimensional bits. Don't put glue everywhere. You know, I should have glued my card together first. And then I'm going to add some words and some flat back gems on this as well. There. Wipe some glue off me. All right, words. I'll put my word stickers here there. And I'm going to use the black backed one as well on this one. Oh, I like this one. Embrace the glorious mess that you are. Yeah, that might be reflecting upon me, and that's why I like it. So let's trim those edges off. Embrace the glorious. Once again, I'm doing these crooked. Mess gets its own little. And this one will just keep all together. Embrace the glorious mess that you are. I think it's reflecting upon me. Okay, there are some sort of lighter blue ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like it to be odd numbers. Oh, there's a whole bunch of different blues. I'm going to get them all confused. So we'll do different blues. There's some darker blues, and then there's some lighter blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the other one? Oh, right here. There. Simple, simple. And see, it raised it up just a hair. I mean, the card would have been done quite a while ago if it wasn't for me wanting to pop the card up. But how neat. Easy. You can go quicker if you don't want to lift the card up. But very simple cards using the little teeny tiny gel press plate. So here's the 2 that we made today. I hope this gave you some inspiration for some things that you can do, different ways that you can use these. Come back. I have 2 more videos at least that I'm going to be doing on other ways that you can use them to add some embellishments to your cards, to your journals, your art journals, your junk journals, etc. Different pieces of art that you're creating. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out my website, www.elementalenерgieswithchrisanne.com. Like and subscribe to my Facebook, Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. Also, my Instagram and Blue Sky at Chrisanne1234. And of course, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it. That would mean a lot to me because I'm trying to get my numbers way up. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care. Be free.